Hey guys, me again, even though I'm pretty sure I'm the only one watching my videos. But I'm hoping maybe magically I'll get better at making videos the more I make them. So yeah, anyway, this video is about pet peeves. I figured I'll list a few of my pet peeves, and I guess whoever's watching this can list some below in the comment section if they want. If not, whatever. Okay, so I guess one of my pet peeves is when I'm talking to someone and then they just interrupt me, like, out of nowhere. For example, I could be like, hey, I'm going, and then they'd be like, hey, did you see the Suicide Squad movie recently? And I'd just be like, I was just gonna ask you if you wanted to come along, but, kind of interrupted me there. Irritating. I don't like people who litter at all. Maybe just because the way I grew up, I was taught not to litter. And at all, anywhere. Doesn't matter if it's public or not. I just think it's very bad for the environment and whatnot. But, yeah, just don't litter. I also hate, I don't drive yet, but I've seen it happen so many times. I know that when I do start driving, it's gonna get really annoying. I hate when drivers don't freaking use turn signals. Like, I've gotten in almost so many car crashes. Like, never crashed, but almost got into a lot of car crashes, just for the simple fact that people don't use the freaking turn signals. Like, how do you even, have a license? That's, the most basic thing to even use. I hate picky people. Like, if you're rich and you can get whatever the fuck you want, then you can be picky. But if you're not rich, you can't always get what you want, so don't be fucking picky. Especially, if someone is making you food, and they're like, oh yeah, what would you like to have? And, you're like, oh, I don't know, and then they, suggest stuff, and you just don't want anything. And, you just are just so fucking picky, holy shit. Next pet peeve of mine is when I'm trying to have a really nice convo with someone, and this is, more through text message, or Facebook Messenger, or whatever these people use nowadays. I hate when, I'm trying to have a conversation. I'll be typing, pretty decent sentences, oh yeah, I did this today, what do you do? I had this for lunch, just trying to start conversations, and they're just oh yeah, cool, sounds fun. One word fucking response is if you want to talk to me, don't fucking bore me to death, and maybe I'll fucking message back. Anyway, oh god, this one has been very frustrating recently. Since I moved from the city to freaking bumfuck West Virginia, they have really terrible buses here. And every time I go on the buses, there's not a lot of seats, but, there'll be times where, I'll sit in a seat, and there'll be, 10 other seats open, and some freaking creepy person, or just some random person in general, just decides to sit next to me when there's, 10 other seats open. I had this issue back in the city, but it wasn't as bad here, and, creepy, or, why sit next to me? I'm not gonna talk to you, just go away. I also do not like when people waste stuff. And what I mean by this is, paper, for example. Don't grab, a whole sheet of paper, write one thing on it, then waste it. Or get, 20 napkins and then only use one, and throw the rest away. Or, have food, and you can, save it, but you just don't, and it just goes to waste. I guess it's not that wasteful, because probably bugs end up eating it in the trash and whatnot, but I don't know. I guess it's just the way that I was raised, that is just some annoying shit. But I also just really don't like inconsiderate people. And what I mean by that is just people who just only think about themselves. They don't think about anyone else's feelings. Like, for example, I lived in a duplex, and I had these neighbors upstairs from me who did not care what time of day it was or anything, and it literally sounded like they were, like, rolling bowling balls on top of, like, because they were, like, upstairs from us, from where I lived, and it seriously sounded like they were playing bowling ball upstairs a lot of the time. It's just like, really? Like, you do know there's people below you, you just don't give a fuck? Like, we can hear everything you're doing. Random one is, I hate walking into random cobwebs. Like, not even, like, just walking in the woods or whatever, which is, like, normal for cobwebs, but, like, just walking in this city or the street, and then just randomly walk into a cobweb, and you're like, what, where'd that fucking come from? Like, why was it there? And it just hits me in the face, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I hate that shit. People who smoke around you. I hate when, like, you're just sitting there, minding your business, and someone comes along, sits next to you, or whatever, and just starts fucking lighting up a cigarette, puffing smoke in your face without even asking if you're okay. Now, I've ran into some people who are, like, pretty decent, and they'll be like, oh, do you mind if I smoke it? Oh, sorry if the smoke's in your face, I, don't mean it. Like, you're cool. Thanks for being considerate. But then there was people who were just, like, smoking a cigarette, and you're just sitting there with smoke in your face, and you're just, like, slowly dying. Like, do people not understand that people could be allergic to tobacco? And, like, secondhand smoke does exist. Just, like, shit pisses me off. Like, so much. People blame everyone but themselves for their own, like, failures. Like, they could mess up on the job and be like, oh, I didn't do it, this person did, when obviously you were the person who did it. Well, let's just blame everyone besides yourself, because you can't take the fucking blame for it. Just man up and fucking do it. Simple as that. But not least, I don't like when people break promises. I understand that, something might come up to be able to keep that promise, but why even make that promise in the first place if you're not even sure? I don't know if it's just me, but I've gotten hurt a lot by people breaking promises. And, I mean, there was no blood oath or anything, but, like, if you don't keep that promise, it kinda, at least me in general, really fucking pisses me off. I have a lot more other pet peeves that I could keep going off and saying, but I do not want to make this video long, and I have to freaking edit it because I paused a lot. I guess that's it for today's or this week's video or whatever. I don't even have a schedule for when I put out videos. I'm not some famous YouTuber or whatever. I'm just putting out videos and hoping I get someone who likes them. I don't know. I enjoyed talking to myself awkwardly to the camera. I guess if you have any pet peeves, list them below. And if you have the same pet peeves as mine, explain why. Maybe it's the same reason, that I don't like it, or maybe you have your own reason that you don't like it. I guess that's it. Peace.